Yeah, let me send it.
Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for the viewers online. This morning we're going to talk about self-defense. We're just going to give you some basic information on what you can do to survive an attack, so you can get away from the situation. First thing you do, if you're involved in a situation, you're able to get away from the situation and run. What's the first thing you're supposed to do?
Talk a little bit about yourself while others join you.
Talk a little bit about
Talk a little bit about yourself, who you are, and
okay. So,
while others join in, they just.
a little bit about Moses president. Born in Croix. I go to the Church of God 7 days.
Yeah. COG.
All right. I'm also a police detective, and I've been a police officer for approximately 15 years. Okay. I won't go into any other details of what I do, just that I'm a police detective. Okay. So again, first thing you do is call 911. Don't call Moses, don't call Mike, don't call Aisha and see what happened. Because if you call us, we still have to call 911 so that they can dispatch what's happening. Okay? All right. Always the first thing you do in any situation is call 911. Someone. Thanks for coming. So always trust your instinct. Okay? And you know, they always say listen to your mind. If your mind tells you that something isn't right, sometimes it isn't right. And that is what we call the sixth sense. Alright? What are your five senses though? Okay. Say it, go again.
Touch, sight, hearing, smell, taste.
Right. And you're correct, those are your five senses. You smell smoke, usually there's a fire. If you hear shots being fired, more than likely there is a free fire. Right? Your sixth sense though is just your intuition. You walk into someone like your body tells you shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be there. Yes, we have a seat right here. Okay. All right. So first thing is always trust the instinct. Avoid anything that does not feel safe. If somebody calls, if you're selling a car for the store, and somebody calls you at 10 o'clock at night and wants to meet at 11 or 12 o'clock at night to buy a car, don't do it. All right? We can meet tomorrow in the daytime in the middle of a parking lot. Plaza parking lot where people are walking back and forth. Okay? Always be aware of your surroundings. If you notice Moses always looking around, that's just not nosy. It's just that I'm always looking to see what's going on. Yeah. All right. Somebody open the front door for the church. First place my eye goes is that way. Somebody open the front door. You can't hear it. I'm looking. All right. So it pays to be attentive. All right. It's not just being always looking around to make sure you realize what's going on.
Sure.
Walk confidently. Okay? If you walk into somewhere, criminals look for free. They look for people that are just being all relaxed and not caring to do things to them. right? You walk in and you just swing your bag like you don't have a care in the world, or a man is going to come and snatch that and go. And you won't have any idea what's going on. Okay? So, walk, meaning, walk like you know what you're doing, walk like you know what you're doing, right? Because, fortunately and unfortunately, they're paying attention. All right? I grow my beard out, grow my hair out, dress like a bum, and they will still recognize me. I've tried it. Right? Stand up on a street corner, short pants, slippers, just hanging out. And somebody would come around the corner, grab their seatbelt and put it on. All right, officer. Like, oh, you know. You know, so they're paying attention to us and they're paying attention to the general public. So,
Oh, sorry.
I think the next one says avoid confrontation,
There you go.
right? If somebody, for whatever reason, you may be in, let's say, Home Depot, my favorite store. You're in Home Depot and you're pushing a car going around the aisle and you accidentally bump somebody's car and they want to argue. Leave them alone. Sorry. Go watch your business. Alright? Because the minute you start to talk back and get into a back and forth, then it causes friction. Right? So you just walk away from it. You might not want to look weak, but it's better to look weak than to be involved in a situation, involved in a fight. And these days, everything goes from 0 to 1,000 in under a second. All right? Do not fight for valuables. If somebody comes at you, a thief, and they have a weapon, knife, gun, whatever it is you want, your bag, let them have it. You can buy a backpack, you can buy a phone bag, you can buy a jewelry bag, you can get anything back except your life. Right?
Yeah.
So just let them have it. That's the best advice you can give. Let them have it. Call 911. Get a description of the person who took it. Short person, wearing yes.
Is that acronym for the description of the person? I heard one once. You said like they have fast or heart attack. Do they have one for the description? I heard one once, but I can't remember it.
We don't have a no. Yeah, that's medical is where they usually have acronyms and stuff. Because the reason why we can't tell you of things that acronyms to remember is because in certain situations, because your blood is flowing so fast, your mind is racing, you have a tunnel vision. You develop tunnel vision and you only sometimes remember certain things. Alright? We have situations where people get a gun pulled on them, right? And the only thing they can remember is something black pointed at them. They won't even be able to tell you what time of day it was. Only thing they see was the gun, and that's it. Right? So,
quick tip on that, another thing is in reference to description. A lot of times we get a description, or we get a description, a lot of stuff that people just remember is your shirt. Now the fastest thing for me if I just grab a size and take my shirt and throw it away. So now you're gonna be looking for what's on, you're looking for this, but I'm wearing this. So the thing that everybody mostly keeps is the shoes. So if you could get a peek at the shoes, because highly unlikely they're not going to get rid of the shoes. Shirt, they don't get rid of the shirt and shirt wear. And they don't have a vest underneath, and you're looking for a gray shirt, and there's no gray shirt in the area, and that individual may pass right by you. It's one thing we learn here in St. Croix, criminals always return to the scene of crime. Yeah, that's stupid. That's stupid. Yeah, they always return to the scene of crime. When somebody pass, they want to make sure that individual pass, so they'll come back in the crowd and look just to make sure you pass and die. So they'll come and once they realize that, they will leave. So something on description, one thing you want to make sure you have is the shoes. They may wear the shoes. Okay, they wear the shirt, maybe the pants, I don't think so, but the shirt is something really get issues. Okay.
Alright.
What's something?
Can I ask a question on that?
Yeah.
What can the targets get in the shoes? Or what can they get for the study?
Okay, so if I am to say I'm describing Moses, I might say Moses wearing a black shirt, jeans, pants, and some a pair of Jordans, some white sneakers, let's say sneakers. When Moses decides that he's going to take off his shirt, wear his vest. Now I remember that he said is basically somebody wearing some white sneakers. Now I'm looking in the area and I see a guy with some white sneakers, I could use that to make contact with him. Or I could even use him as I could see, say, the rap Stuart. I'll put Stuart in a car and have Moses outside. And I'll let Moses move Stuart through the car, through the glass, and see the individual around him. Because I don't have him based on the sneakers. It might not be him because there's a lot of white sneakers, but it narrows it down a little more for us to know, okay, that we're looking for white sneakers. So now when I see the white sneakers and I see Moses, again, he's one of the idiots that he's going to come back to the scene of the crime wearing the white shoe. Stuart is the one that goes to the police car that have tint. Stuart looked through the car glass. Do you identify this person who robbed you? Yeah. Without even showing him the shoes. Just by him identifying him. Now I have the white shoes and I do identify his face. So here I'm sorry.
Now, the mass business.
The mask, yeah. Okay, so in things like that, in law enforcement, it's nothing perfect. So there's always like cameras. You can have cameras around your house all day if you want. If the person wearing a mask, the camera is not going to see the house or they will get into anything like that. It's just a help for you. So in that way, the shoes is just to help the officers or help the individual further the investigation. It's not nothing perfect, it's not nothing written in stone, but it's just any little information that we get will help us on that case. All right.
So do the criminals return to the scene immediately or do they return to the scene?
No, they didn't be there. So if something, say for instance, just God forbid that somebody should die right there on the street right here. And then when we reach on the scene as police, nobody come. Now, normally if you ever been on a scene with somebody that you also see there's a crowd coming after, that individual comes back to that crowd. He's going to take that little peek to make sure that he's covered with a sheet, to know that he's there. The ambulance say he's gone, and he's gone, and a person leave. So that's why we take a lot of pictures of the crowd and stuff just to make sure that the individual come to he was there. But they do come out to the scene, right? Yeah.
Is there a way to help with describing people's features? Only because I had to do it one time and it was very hard to remember, he had a long face twice.
So again, what Moses was saying, right? It depends what you went through for that experience. Somebody pointing at when you're robbing you are all over the place. So I can't tell you it's set in stone that you have to describe it from his glasses and his sharp hair, his salt and pepper beard. You're not going to remember that because your body is going through something probably I've never been through. So this is something new you're going through, and your body's not going to recall all that. Again, you might only see the gun. But the only thing is when an individual probably run away, you're going to see the shoes or you're wearing the shirt or something after, but at that point in time, you're not going to get a perfect description of the individual. Based on what you give us, we might probably get parts in the cameras in the area and kind of piece that together with what you give us, and then whatever we get around to piece it to get somebody. But there's nothing set in stone to say, no, when you get into something, this is the acronym that we use to find out who it is.
So you call a wood officer, must solve some problem and he also cause another problem.
Well, if you're talking about the mass in reference to COVID, yes, it deals for COVID, but it's bad for us when people use it to rob, yes. So it does good and bad in all things. If you drink too much soda, you'll get sick. It's just, that's just all, it's the balance.
I could test to that read this over there gas station. I did there on the board. This was lockdown. I remember the board. Right? I remember now.
And the body goes through something, it goes through a stage that the body is meant to heal or protect itself. So when it's almost like a state of shock. Fight or flight, right? And some people freeze, and some people will take off running. But a few days later, sometimes the memory comes back. After a traumatic incident, the memory comes back. It takes a few days. When you calm down, you start to remember stuff. Okay? What's another thing that nobody can change? Even if they take off all their clothes, what's something that they can't change? Face. You could shave your beard, you could shave your head, the face is still the same. Okay? So in taking off the clothes and you're remembering certain things about the person, face. Right?
Officer, if I'm always you, everybody will like that. But what he said, he was good, she said, it takes somebody who really knows you to remember.
Okay, I can't explain. I take a picture of just your eyes only, and I put it up on the wall. I guarantee you, 50% of the people will know that's going from us. Your eyes is something that it's a distinctive marking for you. I could cover your face as long as your eyes is open, it helps. I could cover it and put all the pictures on the wall, just eyes. And I could say that Earl and that's for Thomas, because it's just your eyes. That's a unique picture for people. So that's something as if you get that chance. Even if you still you can't describe the eye, but if you put the person in a photo array, you will see that same eye and you still at it. So it helps.
Is there a time limit before, like, I know you said like later on you might remember more vividly or stuff might come back? At any point you could, if something happens, is there a close off time where you're like, okay, we're not accepting any more information?
No, you can call the detective or the police officer what's up your report? I remember something about the person that robbed me. We'll take it. There's no problem. Right? Because again, days, weeks, months before you remember it. Right? I've been to so many incidents sometimes, and one of them, I still can't remember a lot of things. Okay? Yes.
I was just asking, you know, when I just like, anytime you pay in case you an attack or stuff like that.
In the preparation, yes and no. You as a civilian, no. We as officers, sometimes, because we run me. My mind is always good. I'm always thinking about something. At the gas station, putting gas, I'm like, okay, what do I do if this happens to me? If somebody, yeah. So yes, but I don't want to drive a tree, really, because it is really what you would be doing. We go out to dinner, and she already knows where I'm going to sit. So I could see the deal. Back to the wall. Yeah. And I'm walking in question. Why are you looking at everything? I need to know here. If somebody comes through the back door, okay, this person wasn't here 5 minutes ago. Where did he come from? What is he up? So yes, You can run yourself through scenarios. And even with that, the first situation, somebody pull up on me. I couldn't, anything. I couldn't press, I was just sitting. I couldn't press gas, I couldn't press brakes, I couldn't put it in reverse, nothing. And then all I really did was put your lights on, put my and the first. Now the second situation is different because you're going to do that, so now it's done. You know, so.
Because the reason why I asked that, because I work with the jewelry store, so I'm always alert. Walking forward, and I've already scanned you from your head down to your foot. So, but my other coworker, I mean, she could see you now, and you walk out the door and come back, she don't know what you had on, she don't know nothing. All she know, a man walking here was black, and that's it. So I was trying to tell her, you know, you have to be aware of who come in the store, what they look at, where they go first, and all that stuff. Because when we get robbed, the day she was not there. So it was myself, my boss's wife, and then they had two customers in the store. So I was in the backpack of the store. So then I heard, get on the floor. So when I heard get on the floor, I said, get on the floor is wrong. I didn't care whether you say it or you say get on the floor. So I was in the back, like behind like the wall in here. So when I heard that, I kind of like peeked my head also. Just in time to see you with the door like this on the boss's wife and the two customers spread out on the floor. And I was like, so, you know, I don't make my way of escape from before that. So we have one door leading to the back, we have the front door, and then we have the side exit. So I said, yeah, I went down, go so against the wall and out the door. And then I went and I called 911. And it so happened that while I'm on the phone, because I used the neighbor's phone, while I'm on the phone with 911, here comes this one to the runaway vehicle. And I'm on the phone with 911 dispatcher, and I'm like, hold on. Actually, I asked all this question. I said, hold on. Because they're right in front of me, asking me, oh, how you gonna send me that description? And they're passing me. Like, so happened, I scanned them like I normally do, and then we went in the vehicle passed me, and then I was able to give a description, the number, everything of that vehicle. So they didn't get too far because at the same time, they were going down, a police officer was coming up and heard the dispatch, so we got there.
And if somebody's always, you work in a jewelry store, and somebody's always coming into that store and not buying anything. Every day or every other day, the same person, just walking in, looking around, even they up to something. Alright, so just, yes,
Just to check in, that's exactly what Mo was asking about when he spoke about being aware of your surroundings. You knew your exit points. You had a plan as to what's gonna happen in the event that there's a robbery. So that's exactly what he was talking about, to be aware of your situation, know where you are, know what you see. Just as officer, when we get dispatched to a scene, play the scene in our mind, when we get there, what we're gonna do. Sometimes it's different, but you have that plan just in case.
sounds good at your. You have a question, you can comment? No question?
Yes, I have. You see, in this life, a lot of people have died or get the death innocently for another person. Resemblance is something like that.
That's just life.
Huh?
That's just life.
Let me tell you, a man always raises an enemy for somebody else. The more I tell him I'm not the person, but at that time he was an old man, and he believed that a young man knows who well. I don't know him. I said, you know who saved me from him? And then he told me. He said, you take the wrong man. And that was happening. Those are police watch me here. The passing speed and they come back. I was doing something and they watch me a second time. Oh, officer, I'm sorry. See, a lot of people, now if it was somebody who looking for somebody to kill, as soon as it's better, doesn't matter. Well, a lot of things don't happen like that.
And we understand that, and there's nothing that we or anybody can do about that. That's just how life is. There's another police officer, well, he used to be a police officer, and glasses, skinny like me, and every time people see him, he'll always call me president. Because this person was come up to me and personality. I didn't think you look like me. You know, so that's how life is. Okay? So we're gonna teach you a few ways to defend yourself if somebody comes to attack you. Now, these are some areas that we would like you to focus on if somebody comes at you, because these are vulnerable areas of the body. Okay? The first one is the eyes. You ever accidentally touch yourself in the eye and see how much it hurts and how your eyes start to run? Yeah. So imagine if somebody comes to rob you and you stick your fingers in the eyes. What's going to happen? Right? Next one is the nose. The nose is very sensitive. An accidental hit, your nose start to run, sneezing non-stop. Knees. Hit your knees on Sunday. See how much it hurts? The feet, the toes, the throat. I know you can tell us know what a budget is. Right? Somebody gave you a budget, or you give somebody a budget, how much it hurts, right?
The reason as a young fella at school, fighting with our home.
Right, so a budget, the first thing you're going for, right?
Yeah, I did that many times.
Okay, groin. You know what the groin is? Yeah. No, it's not male alone that have groin. Okay? Because you have, I know people that got hit in the groin area and for years they were out. Female, yes, got hit in the groin and for years they're out of work because I guess it just hurts. Not I guess. It hurts that bad. Okay? Number one. Okay, so what's wrong?
Wait.
So go back to the one. Right.
Quickly,
Come down a little bit.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, these eyes mostly. Okay, striking areas. Several of these striking areas is also considered areas that you could kill somebody with. Now, we know in fighting or defending yourself, there's nothing considered fear. There's no fear in me fighting. If I'm fighting Moses, I'm fighting for him to win. I ain't fighting for him to die. So what we done. So I'm going to hurt Moses as much as I can so I could get to a safe area. Your eyes. If I gouge Moses' eyes in, I could kill him because you know the eyelid attaches to the brain. Right? I could shut that down. The nose. If I hit him hard in his nose enough, I could crush that whole area here and he died too. His throat, I could break his trachea. And that trachea is very easy to break. Very easy to break. Okay? And then what's that? So that's a tree that's most deadly. But again, if remember in your mindset, if you get into attack, it's not to tickle the individual. It's for you to be away. So if it comes to the point that you have to kill this individual, you're gonna have to do that's just the reality of it. Because at the end of the day, if I have to pick between me and the guy who's robbing me, I love myself a little more. I want to go home. So if you have a mindset that I'm just gonna probably just no, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We have to make sure at the end of the day I do what I have to do so I can at least get away to get more help. Okay? I can't say like just look at this, right? if I'm supposed to fight Moses, and this is me and Moses, look at the size. Now, if I'm fighting Moses, I know Moses is going through longer than me because he's slim and he works out. I don't work out, but I'm huge. So if I get in a fight with Moses, my thing is I'm gonna give him a quick blow and knock him out. Because if I get in a tussle with Moses, I won't get tired. I don't get tired. So I don't want it to happen. So I will find a way that I will hit him a nice quick blow, knock him out, and I got him on my business. Even if I have to hold him on a chokehold and hold him there till police come, I'll hold him in a chokehold. Because again, your life depends on if I can hit him. And the eye choking thing is not. You want to put up in his eye. Make sure you can't see by the there is eye, you know where it's sight.
Yeah.
Okay, and this little it has to work, it has to be something serious. Okay, some of us are here, we've never been in a situation where we're gonna cut if you do that right, we want to make sure at the end of the day we see out of it. All right?
I have a question.
Hold on. Since I presented first.
And you walk away. And the person now comes at your back to the front to strike you.
Okay, so
Can you not defend yourself?
yes, well, the good thing about if me and Moses should get a problem that I get with, I'm not never gonna trip. The key rule is never turn your back on somebody. That is the worst thing you can ever do. So even if you have to pedal back and walk back, just to make sure you're clear, and then when you get some distance to create in you go. But never turn your back on somebody. This part that you're showing right here is so deadly. And Moses has a nice thing at the back here. I will lock my hand in Moses like this and choke it. That's it for him. It's either going to break his trachea or you fall asleep. So if you come to that situation that people just push, walk away, but facing the individual. So just in case the individual do attack you again, you're literally watching the individual, like you being in the back and then you have to turn around to address the situation. It all depends. But again, remember, nothing is set in stone. It's just a way that you could use when you're out there. Okay? You might be in a situation where somebody dealing with somebody might be right there. And they might have what? So again, everything is not set in stone, but just like here. If you have a solution like I match it, and if I have match it there, back to that for them.
Alright, nothing is, no scenario is perfect. We cannot, there's no way we can give you a perfect scenario of what to do, and it always ends up the same. Alright, we're just telling you, like they just tell us, tools in your tool belt that you can use. Alright? If you sometimes you want to use a hammer to pound a nail, but the hammer too big to fit in the space where you want to use the nail, you might use a pliers and tap it in. Alright? Yes.
I had a question. So as you mentioned choking, is there any tips that if someone choking you from the back, like if you could, I know from the front you could like dig their eye, but is there any way you could like defend yourself?
So we'll show you,
okay.
before we end, we'll show you one thing to do if somebody's choking.
In reference to the eyes, right? What if that person is wearing, glasses or sunglasses?
Then you go for
Then what
somewhere
do
else.
you do? Okay.
Okay, so the same striking that you use for the eyes, right? Is the same I come on the nose. Because this part of your hand, if I take this part of my hand only and I hit his nose here, that's a done deal for him.
Okay.
Because that one has the eye to water, the same thing with your eyes, you won't be disarray. You will not be able to function. If I hit Moses this thing in his nose, that's it. I could break his nose, I could cause that bleeding in his head, I could do so much thing on his nose. So that's why I say that facial area has a lot of good points for you to defend yourself.
The other one is the palm heel strike, right? This is the heel of your palm, okay? And strike in this way. Break the nose, push the bone up, kill, or just cause the disorientation of the person. Okay? Yes, President.
Yeah, now with the eyes. There's a easy way of doing it.
come and teach it?
I personally always used to walk the bag of sand.
About sand. Not everybody will do that.
It's like if I go by somewhere where there's sand and you trying to run me down and I reaching that for sanding. You go behind, you not see it.
So you sand. If somebody else has a question, please.
At what point can you not engage a person? Like, so if you're tussling with them and, I mean, kick your butt, and then they're walking out, but you know, you had your adrenaline running, you vex, you catch yourself, can you now then go try and engage them?
Okay, so we don't want you to re-engage in anything here. We're not teaching you to re-engage, we're teaching you to defend yourself at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, now for me, on my part, if I'm a police, I'm not the best person in the world, and somebody kick my butt. Believe you me, I'm gonna get some more police officers to go at it. Because now I have to arrest it, so I'm not gonna go back on myself, because if I kick my butt again. So I'm gonna grab Moses, I'm gonna grab more police, and then we're gonna go. But for this class here, we're just teaching you, for that point there, as long as you get away from that individual, leave it like that.
I'm the police.
Yeah.
All 911.
That's right.
There's something I wanted to say about that.
Okay, quick. The groin, in reference to the groin, right? For males, it's a lot easier because you know it's just there. Okay? Now, this is just simulating this groin area. Sometimes somebody grab you, whether it's a male or female, and you want to get the fastest thing, it just be a straight kick to his groin. That's it. Okay? When he gets that kick, you know some people are saying high, church. That will make you sing really high. It doesn't take a lot of, if Zana would kick Moses in his groin, he would feel it too. Because again, it's considered a sensitive area. Females will have the same effect. Okay? I don't know what carries down there, but if you get a quick blow, that's it, it's gonna stop. Alright? Alright.
So,
This one?
all right. So, 4 steps that we're going to teach you. We're going to show you, and again, nothing is perfect, but these are just 4 steps that you can use to get away if somebody told you. Okay? This is not a choke in one day. Mechanic. And anybody can do this. Okay? So, step 1, somebody holds you from the back. Right? I have him, give me your money. Give me your money. First thing you do is lean forward, right? Elbow strike to the neck. Turn around. Kick to the groin. Okay? And push off. And go get help.
Yeah.
Can you do it again? Stand it straight. Lean forward. Elbow strike. Around. Right to the groin. And push. And go get that. Okay? Now.
Just say around. Just tap. So that make sure you get the pocket here where that jump line is, and that's how.
Right here, a good strike here, like you said, can pass you out, but it also daze you for a second. All right, and that gives you the opportunity to turn around, grab, kick, and to get away. All right, these very effective.
So I have a question.
we've been hit several times, and it, like, you kind of wake up for a second, it takes you a second or two to wake up to catch yourself. All right? Don't try this at home. Yeah, question online.
Henderson?
Morning. I don't know if you guys asked this part already, but if somebody come to you with a weapon or one of them ladies, and they tell them don't scream, do you advise them not to scream, or would you advise them to be quiet or being to shout? Because I think it's better or it's easier for them to take them someplace when they didn't scream and do whatever they want. So what would your advice be? Should they scream or shouldn't they scream?
So if I understand the question correctly, if somebody have you at gunpoint, and they tell you don't scream, you're asking if you should scream or don't scream like they tell you not to because they can take you somewhere else where they can do you something. Right? Scream or don't scream.
Okay, so every situation is different. Now, I can't tell you to scream or no scream because I don't know the intention of the individual.
Yeah.
Okay, so at that point in time when I individual has a gun on you, I don't know if he playing and he don't have the balls to shoot me. But I don't want to take that chance. Do you want to take the chance with your life? It's up to you. You think, well, you know what? He kind of look like jokey. I don't want to scream so somebody will help me. That would be something that you don't have to make that decision at that point. You can say, yeah, when I don't want to scream and if I just kill you. It might just happen. You might.
Suppose I scream and I frighten him.
And exactly, so that's what I'm saying. So at that point, it will be a choice that you want to kind of feel like this. I can't take those two. It may come to the point that you should have screamed because he was scared. And then he ended up going with it. And then I don't want him to scream, and he's that kind of person, you know, I think, take this out. You don't, so it can't be something at that point that you must say you do.
I think the situation is going to dictate that for the mere fact, it depends on your surrounding and where you're at. If you're in a neighborhood where you know there's somebody that will be able to look out and give you that assistance, I probably would. If I'm in an area where it's me and him alone, and he know if I scream, even if I know if I scream, no help is coming, there's no sense, just comply.
That's true.
If you in plaza and somebody trying to do something, you scream, he might just get scared because everybody now looking and take off running, or you know. You had a question.
I have a question based on this demonstration. So what if the person was so tired that he's not able to complete the little technique? And what?
You're laughing, but that is very effective. If my poor me and I headbutt him, that is very effective.
You don't want to have a spot anybody use it.
They don't just call you hard head style. Head is a thing. Head is a thing.
It actually is one of the techniques you use.
We'll show you. You show just stuff.
So the technique with the head is something you could actually use in that case here. You see from the time Chulo guy goes back, if he would come back on his head, that alone these Moses. Okay, and the technique why we use, or I would think Moses using because little kids will get involved with something, and it's not to say that one big children get away from somebody. Somebody, you know, little children, you see technique. Yeah, get something like that, all of this stuff that when she's growing and nose or something like that. You think about how they play. Okay, even if he had it and he tilted a little side and a guy lose the hand and straight in the groin. That's it for him. You're saying that I don't think.
Okay, you have a question?
Yeah, the whole same thing,
That she was saying.
yes, you're saying about like the situation, the other thing.
Okay.
Somebody go ahead to see you.
Hey, Cliff, your question is answered? Clifton, his hand's still up, that's why I was asking.
Okay.
Kalian, put on your hand. Yeah, it was.
All right,
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions? No? Okay. Oh, you're good to straight. All right. When you strike it, fist. All right. Your hand is stronger when it's balled up in a fist. Harder to hurt yourself. Okay. I broke my. I don't remember which one. But I broke one of my hands. Broke the right hand. I broke one of my hands. Or fractured my hand hitting keyboard. Okay, we're gonna fight right out here by the knee, and I was hitting him, and I fractured my hand. So the next thing I went to over that hand, the palm. Okay, so this is one way to strike, but you can also use if the person is down, you can use one of these to strike. Okay, knee strike, yes.
Wait, about the fist, right? So this is my fist. Is there a certain way I have to put my thumb?
Protected. You either have it in here or you have it really tight here. If you have it out here and you hit this, you punch this person and you hit this, I'm sorry. That fight done. Just take off running. Right? So just keep this as tight as possible when you're going to strike. When you strike in, all right, we strike with intention because you want the person to feel what you telling them or what you listen them. You want it to feel it. That's just a tickle. All right. So we strike in with intention. Notice where my thumb is. My thumb is away from the striking portion of my hand. This is where I'm striking. My thumb is away from it. All right. So you strike. Strike. Oh yeah. When you punch in, don't just stand and punch, right? With your body movement.
You can also do it.
Yes. And I will use it for that one, okay? Alright. Alright. When you strike in, momentum with your body. You notice how I'm even stepping into the strike. Okay? You want this person to feel big guy, and I'm hitting the back, and I'm still moving here. Okay? So imagine if it was just him, right? If you're in a fight, this is your computer, protect it. Protect the computer. All right? Always try to keep your hands up. So when you hit, even if he gets a hand free and tries to hit me, it can block it. Okay? Sometimes you might not block all of it, but it helps absorb most of the effect. Knee strike. Knee strike. Now, I'm kicking, pulling at the same time. Okay? I'm doing this because I want to bring him in to hit him harder. He feeling that through the back. He feeling that groin, knee, the groin through the back. All right, so just strike.
So your intentions when you do that knee strike is basically you try to take your knee and put it inside of the chest. That's the point of direction you're moving from. So if I have moves is here, just take off knee and going through it. So whatever it takes for me to grab, if I grab it and I move my knee, I want to bring it up to his chest. I don't want to do this and I hit a soft area again after. Remember, we're trying to end the fight. So from here, if I hit my knee, that's where you want the knee to go to. You always want to protect your head from the individual. So here, again, this is the hardest part of his body. You want that thing to be loose, hit me back. So I'm protecting myself, and I'm grounded here. I'm pulling him in, and I'm bringing my knee into it. Bring it in, pull him in. If you end up like this is another way you want to do. From here, straight up. Okay? Once I hit Moses and he lose control, I could drag him. Down with that same thing. Okay? All right.
So if you don't have no like upper body strength to punch, the go-to would be to use your knees, right?
Your knees, because your knees really more solid. But then it depends where you are. Not everything we have, you will not be able to use it. So again, you have to differentiate what technique you want to use. Okay, again, okay. Your legs. I can take off the legs so that we you ever watch a boxer or kickboxing and kickboxing, they always make sure they hit that leg. If I hit that leg, I thought hit Moses hard enough that he would fall to the ground. So you start it from here, I want to hit him.
Somebody get an ice. Get an ice.
Your technique for this is your flat of your foot here is when you make contact with this. Now this part of his leg. Because remember, that's a natural bend for everybody. No matter how you stay there, it's a natural bend to throw it down.
Get an ice.
So once I know he coming, I don't have to grab it from here. I just make sure that foot buckle.
Do it again.
You don't take twice again. Huh?
Do it again.
That's a large muscle.
So for here, make sure that knee, that foot, it's right here. Notice now I do, my hand is still up.
Yeah.
Protect your arm. All right.
All right. Any other questions?
When you kick in like the is there another way like?
Spartan kick in.
Okay.
You ever want to move the Spartan?
Yeah.
And Moses coming, like you say, for instance, he's running towards me. It's time coming. You can consider the Spartan kick. Create that space. That's the space that you need for you to run. You come in and you drive in that kick. Take off on it.
And as you're doing all of this, remember, it's to create space to get away. So you have to be thinking about what's next. So you're not just gonna kick and park. What's next? If I kick him and he fly back, I run him. Now I have enough space to turn my back and run. I go in for that. So just keep thinking next step, what's next?
Sure. If you're not in for that kick, then you really want to target the chest area. There's another kick that we do for your hip. The heel of my foot, and I'm putting it right here. So if I hit that unique thing, if I put my bar on my foot, it's going right here. I'm gonna dislocate this area right here. And that one is a hard road. Once I hit that hard road here, you don't care what you have to do. That's it for example. Okay? So again, if you get a foot down his chest, there's the area here, there's his groin, back of his leg, his knee. There's an instep kick too. See the instep right here? This part of his foot right here. I'll break his knee. Right from here. Right. And that's it for it. Because remember, that is not a natural motion for your foot to move. This foot does not twist in like that. Okay? It doesn't go
hinges this way,
yeah.
not that way.
Okay, so we always want to go against the grain for stuff to hurt people. Anything that goes against the grain is going to hurt. Your hands bend this way. If I should try and bend your hand this way, it's not going to work, it's going to hurt. Okay?
And just to be clear, anytime you're being attacked from anybody, that's self-defense.
It's self-defense, yes.
Right.
You have a right, as long as you're being attacked, you have a right to go to the extent that you protect yourself. Don't overdo it. If Moses attacked me and I beat Moses, and Moses on the ground bleeding to death, and I still go back, Murder. You go in jail. She go in jail. Because at that point, there's no longer a threat. Okay, as long as that threat is done with, that's it right here. Now, in the course of the threat, me and was end up on there and breaking his neck, died. That's all in self-defense. So as long as he was on the ground and like free, like, so I didn't want that deal.
Like,
Wait, so I have a question first, quick.
Fight.
Okay, so isn't it hard to prove self-defense? Like, for example, no? So how would you know I break his neck during the fight? Like, you would know?
Okay,
Like
but you won't be able to tell his story. Come on, see, since I will investigate you and you tell us what happened. Now, if you give us a story or something, then we'll figure it out. You know, we ask people what's around. Because if I get a fight with you, there will be some kind of yelling. Somebody's going to hear it. It's always a losing game. Somebody will pick up something. So they'll say, yeah, Shania, I'm telling that boy, leave me alone. And that boy didn't listen and they're not going to fight. So now I have just something to cover your story. Now the point that then I do what tell Shania, stop my Shania, just karate and break it.
Not only the people in your surroundings, but remember that whenever a homicide is committed, a autopsy is done. Okay. So say a death blow is delivered. After that, your blood stops circulating. So they can determine which blow happened after death. So that's where that will come in. And your story, along with the autopsy report, is going to dictate whether we have a self-defense or you went too far.
Okay. And is there a thing where if you are engaging, I can't remember these, but if I'm engaging with somebody and they happen to turn their back, like is that only like, oh, when they come to rob you, if they turn their back, you can't do anything? Like, if they turn their back on you, like in the mix of the fight, but you don't know if they turn their back to get something, if they're turning back to you, but like in everything that's going on.
That situation is going to dictate that because we have officers that already shot people in the back. And based on the scenario, exactly what happened, it has been justified. So if they're turning their back in the event of flee from you and you going to continue the fight, that's where the issue comes in. In the midst of the fight, something happened, the back is turned, and a blow is delivered to the back that person succumbs to that injury. That's different. Rather than if they're trying to get away from you and going to them.
Officer.
Hold on, Mr. Thomas. Yeah.
that's exactly what it was. If you shoot, if somebody's, for example, somebody blocked us while I shoot them, but I was behind the person, I shoot them in the back. Because we facing Stuart.
Right, it doesn't matter because if I know the individual that's dealing with Stuart might kill Stuart, I have a right to protect life. Even as citizens, you have a right to protect life and property. That's our law, protect. So if I know Moses is my partner on the street and somebody has Moses in a chokehold, I know what leads to a chokehold. He's around pass out, but I won't break his trachea. So even if I come up with my firearm and hit them a contact shot and kill them, I'll be out clear. They didn't see me coming, but that's what I want. I don't want to come in front of them and say, hey, I'm getting you. Some because I want to end. I don't want to be a son of Moses. I might come in front of them and see me and they will choke this quick and break his neck, and that's it. Then I have to do the fact that I was not going to try and surprise my kid. So again, how it takes to go into it.
Mr. Thomas?
Yeah.
You have a question?
Yes, as a policeman,
Uh-huh.
you have your gun and somebody have a knife.
Uh-huh.
And you walk up on him. Have you had to shoot the man to kill him or to break his?
No, I have a perfect answer for that. What is a bullet made for?
Huh?
What is a bullet made for?
A good?
A bullet that comes out of a gun. What is it made to do? What is a gun created to do?
Okay, that's a defense.
No. What is a bullet created to do? A gun is created to do what? Good. So if I shoot him, I am shooting him to kill him. I'm not shooting him to break his hand.
We don't do anything to kill.
We neutralize the threat.
Neutralize the threat.
I'm saying,
Yes.
I'm not, in a distance like what I have a knife, you have a gun.
Uh-huh.
And I work on you, you work on me.
Uh-huh.
You have all the privilege to break my leg or my hand without killing me.
So let me kind of answer that question. When we come to a scene or when you are in a situation, you don't know that person mindset, intent, or what they're capable of doing, meaning they training. Now, we have had situations where people have been drugged up, and in that sense, sometimes you feel nothing. You fire 5 rounds center body mass and a person still coming. So your goal is not to shoot them in the hand because you don't know what they could do with the other hand. Maybe he might be a nice thrower. He might get that shot in his hand and it only irritate him more. So your goal now is to neutralize the threat, to stop the threat once and for all. You don't want to keep going.
Well, that is one way, eh?
Deacon Thomas.
That is one from that way.
Deacon Thomas.
If I have
Deacon
a gun,
Thomas, hold on.
okay.
Hold on, because I'm not going to get into the back and forth. I'm telling you what we do and why we do it. And if you see something any other way, that's on you. You can't tell him how to feel or how to see things. We're telling you what we've seen, what we've been through, and the training that we have. Okay? Like the detective just explained. The person might could be by the wall with a knife, right? And I'm over here. And he could be that good with a knife to throw it at me and kill me. Okay? I don't know what he can do. I don't know what training he's had. I don't know what drugs he's on. I pay attention up here. Up here. Up here. Up here. You don't know what training he's had. And it only takes a few steps for him to close that gap. Me as a police, I'm not going to give you that opportunity to close that gap, to throw the knife, to choke me, to none of that. Okay? What we're doing is neutralizing the threat so that it stops.
Okay, so let's bring it down, let's take it away from police and let's take it to civilians. So we're gonna look at the civilian level. Can this knife kill you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, that's basically how you have to look at it. If this is something that could kill me, then I'm on the level of neutralizing that individual. Okay, from my perspective as a police, it's going to be different. I am trained for this. I know what's going on. So my mindset is that when you bring a knife to a gunfight, that's a losing battlefield. But as civilians, if I take it back to it, this kills. This will kill you. Whether you have a gun or something that you want to take the chance to shoot him in his leg or Thomas, you will miss because he's going to be moving. The target of somebody's leg compared to this whole mass here, it's different. When your blood is pumping all over there, that plays a factor in it. Why are we aiming for them? If it comes to the point that you have to shoot him, look, wait that way. If it comes to the point that you have to shoot that individual, you're going to neutralize the individual. There's nothing else there's about it. There's no, you know what, let me name him and then come back and then throw the knife away. No. If it comes to the point that you have to use a firearm, it's to neutralize this individual.
But neutralizing always means kill.
Neutralize me to the point that you know you're clear of it. I'm stopping that threat right here. But in the interim that I'm neutralizing the threat that individual passes, it's not going to be on me.
It's true, but at the same time, it does not always mean kill.
No, it does not. Also, if I could chime in, don't think that if you shoot somebody in their arm or in their leg, that they won't die, because that's the main artery that runs through your leg. And I've seen people shot in that leg and die right at the hospital door. So it doesn't matter, once you use that gun, it's not that you're using it to intentionally kill them. And I don't think anybody in this room wake up in the morning and say, I'm gonna kill somebody today, because that's not our intent. Then we're put in a situation where it's either that person or us. And that's the only time that we probably go to that level. So that's the only thing that we're trying to teach you here, to get out from that level. And every situation is going to take place. Sometimes you may get out safely, that person gets out safely, there's an arrest, or sometimes somebody goes to the river. That's just the reality of it. That's not our intent, that's not what we wake up to do in the morning, but some days that just might happen.
And again, it's your comfortability level. If you're comfortable with what you're doing, I cannot tell you at that point what you're going to do. And this is like a civilian perspective. I know what I'm going to do if you come after me with a knife. And you want to take that chance to say, you know what, he have a knife, I'm not gonna waste my time, or I'll go heads up to fight somebody with a knife. If you have it, then you want to do it, that's up to you. But it makes more sense that if an individual come with a deadly weapon, that you use deadly force. And if your deadly force you have is a gun, why not use it to save yourself? Obviously, he came on himself if you bring a knife to a gunfight.
But what if you ask him
And
to
it's
put
also,
on the
it's
knife?
also.
You could ask him again, you could ask him, but who's, if you tell us what do you do from here? You'll stay there and ask him and ask him and ask him?
There's always an opportunity for you and yourself to retreat. If somebody comes to you with a knife, you know you have a gun, because we even teach this in gun safety class. You have a gun, you don't want to pull that trigger, your car is there, and he's there with a knife, jump in your car and drive off. You don't have to do that. Okay, it's all up to you. Somebody might want to stand their ground and be the stronger man. You know what lies in your heart, you jump in your car and drive off. Everybody makes the attack another day. So it's not only about standing there to defend yourself and stand your ground. Defensive tactics is also about retreating. And that's why I keep saying, what's next? After you create that space, what's next? If you have that space to get away, get away. Nobody has to ever do that. Okay?
So we have seen many of the evidence. They are sure some people keep on weapon, surrender, and the police still kill them. How do you do that?
That is not
Well, that's on that police. That is on that police. Okay, that's on that police. I can't tell you what that we're going to happen last night. Okay, you have to look at things that you're dealing with. I can't tell you, you can't go to what I did when I did whatever I did. You have to only go based on what you did, and what you did at that time was nothing. That's the only thing we do want. You stay there and worry about an after shooting a man with his hand up, and so you doing it, and it's have no relevance for your case, because that's not you, and that's you're not the officer.
Everything is going to revert to your moral standards.
What
You know is right based on your beliefs.
Understanding point. The man have a weapon and he all your surrender and you do that.
Deacon Thomas.
And
Like
you still kill him.
Like Deacon Thomas.
Deacon
Thomas, I need you to listen.
I listen
to what we're saying. Okay? And furthermore, what you see on TV is not the whole story. It's never the whole story. The news will give you that 5 seconds to make you think that's what happened.
Okay. If you look at the world today, right, they're really trying to detain police. They're trying to stop police. Yeah. So any way they could put that video out there to show that police doing something wrong, it's gonna be out there. If you look at it after when journalists do the interviews and stuff after, then you see the rest of the video when the guy did something else. So really, they're trying to defund police. So a lot of things is coming up against police. So you might only see that little one post, oh yeah, that police wrong. But you didn't see the whole video. Okay, so again, we're only dealing with what you're facing. We're not dealing with what you saw on TV that might occur to you. You only deal with what happens right now if something happens to you right here, right now. How to defend yourself.
I guess another civilian, not police.
Yes,
right. Yes, civilian, not police. Yes. Because our worlds are different. Totally different. All right, Sister Bird.
What I was saying is that it all goes with, even in other scenarios as a civilian, a situation may happen, I defend myself, I look at that, somebody has something to say about it. So it's the same thing, but you're not in the situation at the time.
Right.
So it goes beyond the police and like, you know, she said it's a moral standards. You don't know what some people might think is happening, but the main thing is that you know, in this situation, what to do if you're in it. A man come behind me, I knock him, I think he's something to die as a civilian. People will still feel as morally wrong. Yeah. But yet they saved my life and you were not in the situation.
Let's look at it this way, right?
Yeah.
If somebody comes up in the fire and you take your car and you run and move out, you're good. Because at that point, right, if I'm firing through your windshield and you're in your car, you're not gonna come out to run. I would hope that you're running over.
Yeah.
Because again, what he's doing could kill you. So you're trying to stop it at that point. So again, it's wherever you are, however you feel at that point as a civilian, okay? Is however you feel at that point. I can't tell you what you have to do at that time, but it's something that you will have to deal with. All right?
Question, go ahead.
Yeah, I just thinking of the scenario, somebody comes to your yard to attack you. right? And then the heat that, they turn their back and you still attack them, but they wouldn't know that.
We're leaving, they turn their back to leave, and you attack them, so where's the threat?
But the trend is because.
They're trespassing, so we're going to arrest them for trespassing. But I'm in his yard, I will kill you, I will do whatever, and then I turn around to walk up the gate, and then he come, and he stabbed me in my back, and I was leaving. Where's the threat?
Because the church is where we have a mindset that if you my property, I have to defend my property at all times. No, it's not like that. Okay? It is not like that. You have there's more factors to it for you to deal with it like that. Again, if I walk away, what am I doing? I'm literally walking away. For me to engage you while you're walking away, yes, I probably said some stuff that didn't like, yeah, I will kill you, you probably think, you take it to mind, yes. But the individual walked away. At that point in time, he did nothing further to harm you. He walked away. So you have police and deal with it after that way. But at that point, if he's walking away, you decide, you know what? Since he say I'm okay, let me kill him first. While he's walking away, you end up selling some properties.
That is no longer selling. Threat is leaving. He was in the yard, but he was leaving. So you go inside the house, you call 911, this person was in my yard, and they say they're going to kill you. Where's the individual? He left. This is what he's wearing, I don't know if he's going to come back. We're going to come and look at it. Okay? Also something to keep in mind, action beats reaction. Every time, never fails. And it's because your brain takes 1.6 seconds to realize what your eyes saw. Okay? So you just see me step forward, right? But it happened 6 seconds ago. Yeah. Your brain just see it, but it takes. So with the point about people shooting people or doing something to somebody is because it was about the turning around thing that she was talking about, right? Somebody getting shot in the back is because I'm shooting, the person turn around, but I'm still shooting because my brain hasn't caught up yet. And then when my brain catch up and see him falling, like, oh, okay, then I stop. Okay,
and this is cool, so this is not we speaking.
Yes.
And some people panic too, even though like they keep shooting because of the cigarette.
Right.
Like you say, it's no perfect situation. And if we put these techniques to work, then hopefully it doesn't have to come to the deadly reaction that it comes to. If we do it right, if we do it effective, if we keep practicing, then it wouldn't come to, because obviously nobody wants to take life.
Right.
But when it comes to the choice and the adrenaline rushing to know what to do is important.
Right. One more question and then we go move on to
Well, it's just something to add that I experienced is, just awareness too when you're coming home, especially in the night. Sometimes people do traps in the road. I run into that, they put stones.
Everybody used to do right there, because the walk in a stone in the road. When you come on the deal,
If it was my wife, then I catch up. Like she asked me like, why are you going around the bush? I said, maybe you didn't notice that thing, they're not in the bush waiting for. She like, what I did. They said, you gotta take class. You know?
Maybe what they have been doing is young ladies have been in cahoots with these guys, so this damsel in distress. You might see a lady under her hood, because they've been doing it on South Shore Road, and you stop two guys come out the bush and grab it. So you want to be that good person at heart, but the society is just telling you it's hard.
yes, good Samaritan.
Yeah.
One quick thing too, the other time, something was on the road, and like my truck was just skidding. It was like a dead, it coming up to a curve, a complete 90 curve. Coming up to a thing, I see my truck when I lose it, like when I was driving, my truck, like the ABS thing I kick in. Two people above me, come out of the truck, they're watching an Indian truck. Being a mechanic, I know why the truck operating is that. So I figured something was on the road. I tell the lady, nothing is on the road. Why call 911 immediately because I know somebody could damage the car, lose control of things. So I call 911. You know, situations like that too. You could save a life also by you see something, say something. Call 911 and tell the situation, and that's what I did. Because it was scary for me. So imagine a woman that when I was in Canada, what happened?
Situational awareness. One thing I would always tell everybody, never take the same route all the time.
Sure.
Sometimes I'm going to work, my office is that way, I go in that way. I coming home, I take in different directions. I don't know if anybody would notice if anybody's following them. But if you come in from Christian said and the same car is behind you every turn you make, don't go. One time I was coming home right here and I see this car follow me from up the road. And when I reach here, I put on my indicator, the car was on the indicator. I just turned my indicator off and I went straight. Keep following.
Officer, one question.
Hold on, Sister Director.
And next thing too is that I know someone was in a situation. Like sometimes you keep up place and you lost and you drive in certain areas, you become a threat. So what happened is that they started following the people because they thought they were like scoping them, but innocently you just don't know where you're going. So
And you're following the car in front of you because hopefully they could get you out of the neighborhood.
Exactly. So it's like in the heat, like in the night, like, don't sightsee if you don't know, if you're not sure, do not go in certain places because you just think you're going slow, but the person's watching is like, I'm lost, I'm clueless. I went around, fine. I'm coming around again. Next time you come around, you might not come on because it's like that same capacity. Yes. So you innocent. So if you're not aware of an area and you have to go in the evening, make sure you know where you're going.
Yes. You can come on.
There was one time, officer, we had two boys around. And I was working on that process. Without a positive and beginning to help every so that.
Who's that?
And you always do trespassing. What government do for that? I do nothing. Here I have a book, I don't even know. And begin to tell heavy stories that even I was thinking. And I don't believe nothing. I don't know. But what would you admire that government do?
Well, I can't tell you what the government should do with him. I know that he has a mental issue, and that is a situation that needs to be dealt with. Because I have had up to today, Sunday, up to Friday, I had a situation with him. So that is something that needs to be dealt with, but that is not something that can be answered here. Okay?
So we will say I try.
I mean, just a question for awareness. I remember when I had my Honda Civic, that the insurance agent told me that was like a high target for theft. It may not be foolproof, but what type of vehicles you would say like young people looking to buy vehicles that like stay away? I mean, exactly, and that's my question, because certain vehicles are like, you're not just like, miss, you better put theft insurance because this car, so it's like everywhere you park somewhere, it's like, that stupid Honda might get wrong, because at the time they were in drag racing, so, for the younger people looking for vehicles, they might, by the time you're ready, might not be, but there are certain vehicles that are real targets, so.
A lot of times with the vehicles like that too. But when I sell you a car, I'm gonna tell you I have one key. You go somewhere to go to the movies, don't have your car because I'm off on the street.
Okay.
So like things like Honda and Acuras and Infinitis and stuff like that is
And you may put a lot of the vehicles that are rental because they're looking at it like it's a rental and those are very target vehicles.
Okay.
So my question was about the 2.4. We all know he has another right? So like he's already like picking up the person, like they
suppose she reacted, what would happen in that case?
I would say, hallelujah.
And what happens to her legally because
She
she
will be justified in that one. They know that he have a mental issue. He have history around him, right?
Yeah.
So that will come into play, and was he able to carry out that threat? And we know how T-Boy act around, so he may be able, so she might be justifiable in that sense. T-Boy is just a health department thing, and the more, every time police arrest him, he goes to court, the judge said he's incompetent, he comes out. So the health department needs to get involved, get him in some type of mental institution, get him on his medication, or whatever it is for this, the community to be a little safer.
And I'm saying, look at the Burmese keyboard. Look at Burmese size keyboard.
Yeah.
He's a male, he's a female, all that stuff, you figure factor.
Yeah.
Because I can guarantee you, I mean, the strength of T-Boy compared to Burmese is something, it's very different. And then again, a mental patient always have a boost of energy.
Yeah.
So, if something like that, then if she had to do something or hurt T-Boy, she can justify it.
Alright, last question,
Yeah.
so we can move on.
No, it was really quickly, like, to also be mindful. So for me, no, 2 questions. Well, 1 statement, 1 question. 1, you know how there's like an unspoken after a certain time, ain't nobody can stop to the stoplight, then just keep driving.
Yeah.
Can we actually be arrested? Like, please tell me I don't go around arresting people for that, because you know, like when like you leave it from
It's
some
12
place
o'clock in the night
and,
and
yeah,
the lights
once
are
it's 12.
So, this is something I said, well, the light is red, you know, I don't want you to stay at the, especially females, I don't want you to stay at the light, but I really acknowledge that the light is red. So even if you stop to the light and you look left, look right, and it's clear, and you don't show the light, I will not do anything for it because I know how the shit is. But don't come to the light and pass the light. Pass that will kill somebody else. So if you come to the light, it's 12 o'clock in the morning, and you have that light there, you stop, you have to do a quick peek, look, and then you go to the light. I guarantee some officers will do it.
Just be mindful that it's still working in that.
Yes.
When that officer give you a ticket, don't say, Mike say you wouldn't.
No,
It's still working in that.
and then my statement was when, like, just like we might go and do construction on the road. I don't know what day it was, but you know, you said at 6 cents, it didn't feel right. So there was like Croix Road, and you know how you can't enter through Croix Road and then go around and you could come to the top part? There was diverting traffic through there, but it was like, you was only working on half the road, the other side is clear so that you could literally drive.
Yeah.
Why are you telling people? So I can drive it, and the mom was upset with me, but I'm like, nah, homie, because and you can't see no visible signs of them working on the road.
That's also a safety issue because one of the workers was stepping to the other half of the road. Yes, they were working on this lane, but they have to use this lane to work.
Yeah, that's
So
so
if
suspicious.
they're working and they step into this lane and you run over somebody, then you're it. I said last question because I wanted to move on to something else. Good. All right, good. Well, the next thing we're going to touch on is OC spray for us, pepper spray for you, is what it's called in the civilian world, right? Nobody carry pepper spray?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
You have it on you?
That is my car.
Wait.
Can we take it?
Okay, so we recommend 1 bottle of cans of pepper spray that each individual should have. Okay, and that is another form of protection for self-defense that you can use.
It's not, it is excellent.
It is excellent. Yes, like this. I've gotten this so many times.
Is that proof it?
Intentional, but all of them were intentional. Okay. But this little kind of thing can does you tremendously. Okay. One thing we need to tell you about it is, or a few things we need to tell you about it is, if you're spraying this, try to be upwind. Try to be upwind, because if you're facing this way, right, and you spray me and the wind blowing back to you, it's not going to help you. All All right, especially if you don't know how to deal with it. Right, you have decontamination, staying calm, breathing, and when you get this, you just forget everything. Because we telling you stay calm and breathe, and when you get this, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Just as we had it and we.
So for example, spray my one time, it was in the last street, right? And she sprayed, but I never sprayed it, so I didn't know what it smelled like, I didn't know what it felt like, I didn't know what it was. And we had to empty the laundry. Everybody started coughing, it was bad. And she didn't tell me what it was until we got home. She didn't tell me. So nobody knew what it was.
Excellent. That credit, and don't do that, we didn't do everything, so the wind blows from east to west. Who I would want, yeah, the eastern side of that person, let that continue where it was.
You spray this in a place that has central air, everybody will feel it. You don't have to evacuate that whole building because everybody will feel it. One area that we advise you to aim for is the forehead. You aim for forehead because gravity is going to bring it down into the eyes, nose, the mouth. Okay? And start to go to your eyes, you go to your nose, you go to your mouth, touch up. There's no, unless you know how to deal with it. Yeah, touch out. This. Yes, you want to feel it? Okay. So that's and I really recommend that everybody. Army Navy store. I don't know if online will ship.
Somebody asked you.
Frame up. Yes.
Okay, so good and bad about overseas, with pepper spray. You can only use it to protect yourself. If you use it against somebody, you'll be charged a soft turn. Second, sorry, this is liquid. Alright, and the next thing about it is, if you spray somebody, say for instance, you just decide you bad and you want to spray somebody with something like this, you will go to jail for it. Okay, the next thing about it is if you're spraying the pepper spray at somebody, you don't want to go up and like this. You want to give them that space so you could spray. Okay? You don't want to be up close to them and you catch out one eye alone and they still back to the next time. So when it's spraying, now there's someone else that has almost like a puff, and there's someone that streams. So you have to look at it and relate which one you have. Okay? The stream one is like you're coming like a puff. Which is still be good. Alright? And make sure that if it goes in the nose, eye and area, that's it. Okay? So it's very good too.
Are we allowed to carry like mini tasers?
You have the law provides for that.
Yes. I think you have to get training for it though. You have to get training for it.
Where?
That's a
Where's the
The engineer gives training for it. Okay, and unlike us, when we use our taser, it's to put you in handcuffs. It's different for you. When you tase somebody who is a threat to you, you tase, you make contact, you put it down, and you go and you call 911. That's your avenue to get away.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the difference between us. If I tase him because I want to arrest him, put him in handcuffs to go away. A civilian tase somebody, that 5 seconds, you can get very far in 5 seconds. Get in your car,
Tase and drop and run.
Tase, drop, run.
The repeated cycle can eventually put you in some type of cardiac arrest. And that's why they're telling you that it's also to protect you to create that space. It's a drop.
Right in the same area.
I see it now. Put it down. Because
Is it strong?
It will depend on the one that you have.
Yeah.
If you have one that you have to continue to squeeze the button, by the time you put it down, that's it. But if you have one that is like a trigger pull and it's gonna run a cycle about 5 to 10 seconds, that's recommended. So it kind of be different based on.
and trust me, you feel that, you don't want to move. I don't care if it's 1 second, 5 seconds, when you feel that, you don't want to leave it up.
These are the department issues, these are smart tasers that y'all will have, but it's basically the same thing. Again, just like what you say, just the sound of a taser will make you want to listen. I want a part of it. Okay, just.
That's only 5 seconds. So you have time. If you have a trigger point for 5 seconds, you can put that down and you have time. Because once you hit the up and you are kind of sure that's what's going with the entire body for that 5 seconds.
And that 5 seconds feels like 5 minutes or longer sometimes.
When it's taking, so we get exposed to that too. Okay.
Alright, and the good thing about, and then some of the civilian one comes actually with cartridges. That's the effect of them. Now the cartridges is you're not gonna bet it, but this is our cartridges. Our cartridges extend to a point that gives you 25 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet. So if Moses is coming around over here, I can still hit him, and he follow right between he come touch me. Okay, so that will be a little costly, but you know.
Is there any particular questions that you have to try to get done?
When you try and make sure for taking somebody out, if you come up with it, the one that's come up and you shot you, it's just to comply, just for you to get away. But if you use the one with like crowns, you want to make sure you hit the top, bottom part of his body. So in that case, it's okay. So we consider the body as an upper and lower hemisphere. I think you split in the red line right here. And this is the upper body, lower body. We try to shut down both because if I shut down the top only, he still will kick me. If I shut down the bottom only, he still will punch me. So in that case, I try to target both areas, so both things will line up.
Okay. So when you hit him twice?
No, it's one.
So how do you send out 2 prongs?
So how do you aim for?
So
Because you aim the taser and they have a laser.
No, you don't show it.
No, that's the oh, that's what you're showing?
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Oh.
So that's what's showing the top probe will go, and the one to the bottom will show the bottom probe.
Okay.
That's kind of high tech.
Yeah.
Not all is gonna have 2 lights.
So some of them
So
will have
every
one light.
top light is located, that's gonna hit the top portion.
So in Moses' case, it's right here.
Yeah.
That's why we really want to show them right
So
now.
you didn't know it,
Like right now, that's it for Moses.
Like you didn't do it.
Okay?
Mike, go again and do it again.
If I should hit Moses from here, he'll fall straight to the ground. Nothing stopping him. He just fall like a sack of potatoes. Okay? If I would do it here, then that means his legs will be free to still kick. If I do it here, his hands will be free to still do it.
And your hands literally you would still
Yeah,
have it
same
in you
move.
to move?
Yeah.
If you know the fear that was in me when I was going like that.
Because there's 2 meters. And then you're getting electricity running through your entire body.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is no. I'll take OC every day, any day. I'm not taking a taser.
There's different like 5 seconds,
5 seconds feel like 5 minutes, sometimes 10. OC, you spray me, I'll just go wash my face and go stand up in the wind and let it dry. I'll take that.
You know, put milk on your face or something?
No, those things don't work. Question online.
They were asking if you need a permit to have a teaser.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to have class.
You have to get trained in it.
I'm not sure that when they ask the question from, maybe they either.
Right. And
I said Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas, yes. You have to get trained.
Get
Get a class for it. So what kind of question?
That same one you have, could you not release the prop, but share?
Yes.
Yeah, if the person is also there, one.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not in that dry stuff.
Drive style, pain compliance.
That's just pain compliance, which we don't want you don't need pain compliance, you need an avenue to escape. So that would just chop them for the time being and that's it.
So I
You
can
want something that's gonna work for you and not for you to get away.
So I can leave my cartridges in, turn it on. I'm gonna hit one on the side.
I don't like teaser. I don't have one, I
Right,
retrain
the
it,
sound
and
alone
I
is
don't
like-
want it.
It's 50,000 volts.
So once you taste in them, right, you can't touch the wires either, right?
No.
You can, you will fall down too.
Not even, it's not even about touching those wires. If your hand get in between the both wires, because remember they look at to make contact.
Right.
If you mistakenly go between the two wires once it comes out, you're gonna get shot.
Yeah, so that's why I just like.
You're not gonna shut down.
Don't try.
That's the one to one opposite.
Yeah, don't try now.
Yeah. Question? No? Okay, what else do you want?
Okay, let me just do this. Stuart.
Yeah, I love you guys, okay?
No.
Go bring it to high school.
That's it.
He's
I don't think I can find out what we did.
You from the projects, not from the other side.
Okay, so, all right, so Stuart is the victim, I is the suspect here.
Okay.
Now, in our cases, right, we know this is a machete. Now, everybody has said, right, that's a machete. This is the reason why I think it's a machete. Now, if I supposed to come up to Stuart, or Stuart with whatever knowledge he has in protecting himself right now, that's what he has. Except one right now. Except one. If I would come to Stuart and I would strike like this, what is Stuart going to do?
Hands up.
What do you want to do? That's the natural instinct, right? It's gonna block it. Yeah. What's going to happen to Stuart?
His
He's
hand.
gonna lose his hand, right? Okay, he lose that hand. So that hand gone. I show again, what are you going to do? You put a same hand up Okay, you will do that, right? But your hand will be loose. Your hand gone.
Stop now.
Okay, good. Now, what he did the second time is a lot better because he may have lose a hand, but with that straight kick, he also stopped me. Now, the real and clear thing you're supposed to do, you're supposed to actually step into. It may seem crazy, but if I have a blade, right? You want to pass the blade area because this is the danger part of the blade, right? So you want to really come to the point that even if you have to
Please,
now,
you don't think you want to hug,
if you
man?
want to do it, we have to technical about it. If you want to swing slow, you want to swing slow, you don't want to come to the point that you're doing all of this. Yeah. So if Stuart was come swing slow, I will put his hand here. Once I get step in, all this, and all this is supposed to be, I will never let go of this hand with matching until this match is dropped. Right? Okay? If I drop it, I just said they're in. Stuart will take it and we want that for real. So as long as we have all of this hand, we're not using it from here. Remember we spoke about eyes, nose, mouth, the groin, the foot, all of them, you want to use this hand. This is the main thing about that. Unless this magic fall to the ground and it's not in place, do not use the hand with the magic is in. All right? Yeah. There are some people trying to hold it.
Yeah, that's true.
And just two
Yeah,
people.
most times
That's
somebody
what
hold
you
on
do.
after that,
It's
eh?
okay, that's still great.
Most times that's what it is.
Yeah, it's
Because
not-
you're trying to protect yourself.
That's why originally I tell you what you would normally do with somebody would not normally do. What is it simple to somebody block it. And that's why everybody will block it.
They might not even think they're gonna swing for me. They might think, and then it's like 2 days, one person,
And again, everything's not set, so it's just,
Yeah.
our next thing, if he wants to do is, if somebody come in, everybody don't swing to that same thing as what the other side. So, okay, so something like that, there's two I do. If he swing, if I can't move, I'm swinging all around. Once he swing around and I come to this point here, again, I have a much like this side here. Remember, all this is fine. Spirit, even all here. Now, if I come here to the point, I can grab swap from here, and I bust this waist open.
right?
They use them.
You have to use, you have to find some form of technique to get away. Once I give it now one technique, or even, or we spoke about it. You see this thing right here?
Yeah.
This is it. Once I open here,
Yeah.
Wash it.
There you go.
we found it, it's a piece of rock and okay, so again, it's not something perfect, but it's different things that you could do. Why you are thinking.
You got to like, think about what's next, like, what's your saying, you have to be think fast.
And then you have to think about it from both perspectives now, because a lot of people are worrying about what would they say, or how would they know if I'm defending myself or not. Those things are what we call defensive marking. So if you're saying that somebody come to chop you, but they're the one with the defensive marking that they have, we can decide by that. That's what happens, yeah. Okay.
Or you can just not take.
Oh, where's Shania? Come, I didn't want you to come. I need that for somebody. Good luck.
I will try that.
Shania will help right here. Now, majority of headlocks that people know in St. Croix is the family schoolboy headlock. You know, like the common schoolboy headlock, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, get you. Right. Original. That's right. Then it moves. That's right. So if Moses decided to hold in schoolboy headlock. Okay, the first thing you always want to do is make sure this one here. So right now, if I still in the same password. So if I turn in this way, and I put my chin right here, now you don't have like, you don't have this. You have this party. You can squeeze out all you want out. So once I turn in right here, so all I want to do, I'm going to turn into Moses. I'm going to apply one blow to his nuts. And once I come over from here, straight, and I take him down.
Now remove the strike to the groin. Anybody get a strike to the groin, the first thing you're going to do is what?
Release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From here, I just take him, I pass him down. Okay? Now, another one, I could go Moses too. Go Moses to my headlock. Hold. Now, if I hold Moses from here, remember we spoke about eyes, nose, groin. I don't even have to step into it. From back here, all of this is exposed to Moses' groin. And then if I hit Moses with the groin here, he's definitely going to lose because of his reaction as I made. So if I come from here and I hit him with his groin, goes straight up, he's going to lose. Now it puts me in a position that I'm behind of it. If you want a quick release, you could push. If me as a police, I want to engage, I'll engage and then now I have to run away. All right? Now, the next one.
Quick training, it doesn't only work for me.
It works for female.
It works for female.
You better let, So the next one. The choke like this, and this is a pretty much choke over here. Okay, so you hold me like this. I want to make sure I always clear my airway. This is my airway right here. I don't want you to put too much pressure on it and pass me or break my trachea. So from here, I'm gonna take this hand and I'm gonna do something called a pluck. So I'm gonna pluck from here. I can breathe out there. I can take my wind and do whatever I want. From here, I'm gonna step back. Looks familiar again? This elbow, groin. Once I hit that groin again, I'm free again. The groin will always put a factor. Even if I want to, when I hit the groin and go forward, see the back of his knee here? It's all mine too. Once I bend the knee and I push him, he's going to go to the ground. Okay? And next one. Okay, you want to choke. You block, clear that airway. Once you clear that airway, this one hand of mine.
When you say block, you just mean like.
Block is like,
Bring it down.
choke, this is block. Clear your airway, this is your airway all clear. You clear your airway from the airway clear. If I want, you see this part of his abdomen right here? This, if you're not expecting the eyes, somebody next to the company, somebody, cut your wind, so it's gonna cut his wind right here. When I cut his wind, when I hit him, he's going to lose. Again, I'm coming around with the same blow. I'm in his nose. I can bust his whole face. This one, even if I have to do a palm heel, broke his nose, again, a quick one, in his eye, whatever. Again, on the left fighting, nothing is fear. Nothing is fear. So whatever you have to do to get away, that's what you're gonna do.
So even to that heel to that part of the chest, you know that's how it's going to drop. With a weight, that hurts. So if you don't want to deal with the blood and go that far, you hit that palm heel to the sternum part of that chest, and that will do that will to the SC box. Are you good to sit down?
Anybody have any questions in reference to the choke part?
No one tries to like.
Yeah, no one squeeze this way. Whatever is on there is fine.
Yeah.
And then again, you will be deal with the and then basically you will give up.
You did this first,
Yeah.
right?
That's like the most common.
Try to get the chocolate.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So there's a choke that we have like this. When somebody's on the wall like this. So this is very right. So whenever I have this tree, yeah, everything like this. That's something I don't get. So you choke in here. Again, you could do two things. You could do the block, and grab his two hands, and I drop it down to my chest, and I got a straight kick in his groin. Or shove, I block down straight, but you press well Alright? Or what you can do is, if I come from this way, you take the opposite side that you turn in. So I'm gonna shoot my hand up in the air, and then I'm gonna come down. From the time I come here, he could never hold me. Choke me, choke me, choke. So right here, you stop him from me. I bring it up. Once I come down, he would never, ever hold. It must break.
And then you get up.
Yes, you can do that, yeah.
Okay, so you're getting choked, right? What if at that moment we're not thinking to use our hands? Can we just kick and it still works?
Okay, so again, remember the kick, you don't need things one, you clear his ear. Clear the ear. Because you want him choking and you want him. So once you block and hold, you can rest. Because now you have his hand too. Don't lose his hand, block and hold his hand. Again, straight kick. Once you do that straight kick, that's it.
No, but I'm saying, without using my hand.
Okay. Whatever you go back to muscle memory, you will think about it. Just
a kick, would that work?
Yeah.
If you have the breath to do it, but the thing is, we don't want you to pass out, because after you pass out, you do nothing. So we want you to get that breath. But if you have enough here to pick up that foot and do that, do that.
Any questions? Because I want to see that I move, I will see that.
Okay, and no matter how strong the person is, those are natural body movements. Your body don't mind that position naturally. So that's why it's so easy to break once it happens. Even if you're so strong, she will be able to do it because his body is not designed to turn in that direction.
Right, so I'm choking her, right? If you raise her hand and turn that way, no matter how hard I'm holding on, it's going to force me to move. Okay, so release.
So you just don't play that?
So play that.
Wow.
You want after a while, you won't be playing anymore.
I have never been choked, but I doubt your body will allow that. It's going to go into that fight to flight mechanism. We will start to panic, everyone shut down. So it's either you stay there and be killed or your body will fight out of it. But they will start to panic. I need air. Now your body's telling your brain, I'm not getting air and I need that air. You will try to do something and it better be something that works rather than panicking, and that will take up your ear quicker.
So there's a nice little muscle in your foot. You need to show it. So see this little part here? See this ring right here?
Yeah.
I should take the ball of my foot and I just stomp on that. Okay, so sometimes if somebody have it on the back, this foot area, once you clear that area and you get a foot back here, this will cause it to lose. You see how you don't could jump right like that? Yeah. That's all you have to do. And this is no pressure, just put the back on him. Okay. So imagine you coming from here and hitting off it. Don't do it straight like this because you might miss it because it's more direct. So if I do it sideways and hit it, it's gonna be a better angle for you. Okay. Alright. Anybody want to feel it? No?
And I'm ready tomorrow.
Alright, quickly. We've had in the environment that we've grown up in church and all of this, there's always been a fear of certain things. One of those things are guns, right?
Yeah.
A gun by itself does nothing to it. I could put my gun down all day and it will never do anything to anybody. And curiosity of little people is what does get them hurt. I'm always in belief that you have to teach them about it, get the curiosity out, so that when they see it, yeah, I see it all the time, and they don't mess with it. When I first came home with a gun, take it apart, put it on the bed, sit here and play with it. Play with it. Touch it, do whatever you want with it, because I want that curiosity out. So I'll walk in my room, sometimes I come home tired, put my gun down. I don't have that in my mind that what if she go and play with it, or mess with it. Okay? So I brought one, a real one. Okay? There's nothing inside here. It's clear. No magazine, no bullets, no nothing. Okay? This is a tool by itself, even if it had bullets in it, it was never do anything to anybody. Okay? Right? So just so everybody, I just wanted to bring it up here. Gun safety is a very important thing. That everybody should.
Like those little guns.
You have some of those, so you know about guns. Okay. A big gun in the house?
Yeah.
And where you see the big gun on the bed? Huh? Yes, on the bed? Okay, good. So I can come and look, okay? I like them. I love them actually. Alright. If you're comfortable. Okay.
Alright, okay, just go one and then get the fire. So about the firearm, it's the grip, there's the slide, the main thing to do, grip, slide, trigger. Barrel is inside. Alright. The main thing in holding with a firearm, You never, ever, 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 ever want to put your finger on this trigger unless you intend to use it. That is my biggest rule. Again, your finger on the trigger is a no-no. If you're holding a firearm, you want to make sure this finger, which is the trigger finger, runs along the slide of the firearm. Because, just think of it this way. If I'm walking around my finger on the trigger and something scares me, yeah. Your natural instinct frees up and you want to squeeze that trigger. And you might hit something that you're not supposed to hit, or you don't want to hit, you didn't intend to hit. So for that, we always say, your main thing when you carry a firearm, if you have to pull a fire, maybe you want to look back around the house, so you hear a noise or something like that, you want to make sure your finger runs along the slide. It doesn't take much to move from the slide to the trigger. But just think of it as you have it on the trigger, something split and it goes up. And you don't know who's around, you can't call back, but it's not going to come back. It's going to keep going. You have a question back here?
I mean, not really a question, but why is your safety not on?
Why is my safety?
Jumping at your finger.
Okay, so this is a Glock. Glock is one of the firearms that does not make a safety. It has a safety for it, but it's just this little thing right here on the trigger. And there is a drop pin safety inside the Glock. So now we watch TV and they'll say, put a safety on it, you'll see them doing, and the safety is on. That's TV. Some guns do come with a safety, but some guns do not come with a safety. So for Glock, everything is built internal. Okay, so this on the trigger here, if you look at the trigger, there's a little lip sticking out. That is a safety. If that does not press, the trigger is not going to move back. So that is the only outer safety on a Glock. Everything else for Glock is internal. So there's a drop pin safety, the trigger safety, and the Glock. So I know you're talking about the hard guns. I have guns that have a safety that you're locking and you can't squeeze it. But would you want to go and check your house and have a safety and walk around checking? Then you have to take out and then again something jump out. You don't frighten or you think you remember you will press this trigger hardly and the safety is on. Okay? So again, your comfortability. If you buy purchase a Glock, the safety is on the trigger only. So let's go back to what we're talking about. When you carry a gun and carrying a Glock, your barrel of the gun should never point at anything that you're not intending to shoot. So I can't walk around like this. This is crazy. Okay?
Don't mind teeth.
Okay? Don't mind your teeth thing. Don't point your firearm at nothing you're not intending to shoot. So if there's no trend over here, I want to be the top of my wife, hey babes, omega sandwich, okay? You always have to make sure it's pointed safe. So safe in our terms will always be down range, or in the air. Although it may come down, I don't use it in the air, I like it if it's more down. So in your case, if you keep it down like this, safe for you, fingers on the trigger, you are ready to go. Any questions about the gun? Who here fair enough? Why? What about five? It's also something. Okay, let's think about this way, right? No matter what you do to once you squeeze a firearm, it has to explode. It's not going to explode to blow your hand, but because of what the bullet is made of, it has a primer, it has the powder in it, and it has a projectile. So the hammer in the firearm is going to hit the primer, that's going to ignite the gunpowder that's in the bullet, and then it's going to fire up the projectiles. That's the only combustion, and that's why you end up with a recoil. That's the only way you have. It's not the gun itself, it's because of the wrong you have in it. That you squeeze that effect that causes the gun to recoil. And that's the biggest fear for everybody. So we have a little class that we just do like a little on the side of that to teach people guns and take them to the range and stuff like that. And we just get in there. First thing we want somebody afraid of shooting, we take them and let them close their eyes and slowly squeeze the trigger and let it go off. And you delete out that solves 90% of the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 90% of the problem is solved just by not doing that. Because it's that you hyping yourself for what the gun will do, So in that case, when you close your eyes and you squeeze, you're not going to go out, it's like, that's out. And you end up back to normal.
I think the natural fear of the animal. Because there's firearms that I'm not familiar with and I'm scared of them because I don't know how to operate. And that's human instinct to be afraid of the animal.
Do you have to like stand a
You're right.
because when
You're right.
you cut it, right, it has a little hole. So
Let's see,
how
right
do you have to
And you
stand
don't get up.
when you're about to release that fire?
So in firing a firearm, you don't want to be straight. Because I really remember, I just explained to Florence that it kind of explodes with the combustion. So you don't want to be like this firing a firearm. Because if you're like this, when it pushes you, you're gonna go back. So if you have a foot back, when you engage, when you fire it, even if it goes back, it's gonna stop you. It's not gonna push you to the point. Now there are different guns that we carry that may have a bigger burst to it. Like if you're carrying a shotgun, you're firing a rifle, you might have to lean forward a little bit, so when you fire, it's gonna bring you back to your natural stance. But you don't want to stay straight firing your gun because you end up doing like this. So you want to make sure you have a stance. We call it the interview stance, which is this basically to read somebody. It's the same way you want to have with a gun. Even if you call this the FBI stance, but you want to make sure you have a solid platform. Okay?
And one of the most important things about gun safety is if you're comfortable enough to own a firearm, if you have to be someplace where you think that you need to carry a firearm, don't go. Just don't be it. And then it avoids all of having to have one. So that's one of the most important things. And basically that will protect you, your home, your kids. You have to be out there with a firearm. It makes no sense to have a firearm. It's supposed to be for protection.
Is it
to carry out?
Is it true that your kids know about firearm? Yes. But you know, Kyra, she is a range pro.
Oh, yeah?
She's a range pro. The last time I took the range qualified my rifle, she's a range pro. Because I didn't want to come to the point that when I pack my gun up, she want to play with it and somebody get hurt. So I take Kyra to the range, Kyra shoot. Every time I go to the range, I bring Kyra to the range. Kyra shoot, Kyra stood up, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. I have to know that Kyra fired one of my biggest ones because she just knows about it. So she know when I go home, every month she'll go up, she said, Daddy, you're going to the bed. I was like, all right, Kyra, you know. You don't want to make sure every time you come, turn fast. They went back there and see what back there. They get this thing out, and they have no idea about it. First thing they do, put down that trigger and squeeze it. They have cases like that we have to do with fast, and they boy pick up a gun, shot his sister right in the head. And now she's definitely one of our peers because the father just left the car around the house. So again, if you have kids and you have a firearm, you don't want to hide it from them, but you want to make sure it's safe and say, listen, this is something I don't want you to play with. And anytime you want to play with it, make sure that you mommy is around so we can make sure that it deals with fire.
Say you're on the table, but you're not sure whether it's loaded or it's not loaded. Is there a way that you can hold it? It's very hard.
This plastic gun is a loaded firearm to me. So the first thing I will do if I'm going to do this firearm, I'm going to make sure I grab it. If I have to move it, once I grab the gun here, there's no gun that's going to fire if you grab the gun. There's no gun. I've never seen one unless somebody makes something that trigger here. I've never seen guns. I know guns. I have a lot of guns. So once I grab here, this is safe to me. Keep that one pointed, the muzzle pointed downward, and you bring it someplace safe. I won't let you hold it. I won't take advice from you hold it because you hold it here. It's almost point. Okay, there's some firearms, right? That say for instance, you don't want the firearm. I may squeeze this round like my trigger and the round never went off. And I put it over because hey, I'm taking it over here. Now you pick it up. For some reason you didn't know. I squeeze it and I'm holding it here and that little shape may just finally send out the rest of the point. But if I hold it here and the round's supposed to go off, it just don't go to the round. So the best thing to grab it is from the
So do they have some other?
yes. There's revolve. Nice and small one. So again, all guns are not All guns are not, created They're not equal. So this is considered a revolver. Now this gun loads different than that one here because the gun with the rounds in a cylinder here. This is called a cylinder for the fire. So the round goes here. So they are smaller guns and they are guns that are dealt with different. You have to deal with differently. Something like this, it has no safety because it's just a cylinder holding it. Alright? Any other questions?
What would be your recommendation for somebody who's just learning about firearms, who probably wants to get qualified to handle their weapon? What would be the safest?
Okay, so at the end of the day, I'm a Glock man. I love Glock because I fire Glock. I carry a Glock every day. I like it. Glock is one of the only weapons in the world that you could take away 6 parts from it and it will still fire. I could take out 6 parts out of the internal parts of the Glock and it will still fire. Glock is one of the only weapons in the world that will do that. Glock is one of the only weapons in the world that will go underwater and fire. So again, when you buy a firearm, you have to make sure you do a research on the firearm. So I can't tell you buy that one because it's the best one because it's what you feel fat. Because one gun makes you better in your hand when you fire and the next one will feel after when you fire. One. Yeah, guns that are done with showing back. Yeah, but it depends on the caliber. Okay, so guns carry different bullets, which is vertical, which is a nice thing, bullet, and 9 mm, which is smaller. So the bigger the caliber, the bigger the kick will be. And then the smaller the gun is, the bigger the kick will be. So you have to always get the one that fits your hand, so you get the perfect recoil, and you don't kick off your hand. Yes?
Yeah, I just want to say that you should treat all guns, whether they are live or not, because there are people that play with BB guns and it could be the same deadly effect.
Yeah, that's how we start with. We start with saying that all guns are get guns are
Because I have BB guns. And when my son used to, I always give him a trick. Number one, know where you're shooting, know your surroundings, and never shoot in any direction and know people may be passing. Because it's a BB gun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you're playing with it, you might really be just a BB gun and hit someone, and it will always be deadly.
Yeah.
So at the same time, so treat it just like it's a real gun. Even if it's not loaded, don't play with it and point it at it.
That's why you show the plastic one, but it's basically loaded for you. Any other question? Anything else about anything you want to over explain? Anything? Any other techniques? Anything clear on this time to speak about it?
What's authorized weapons here as personal arms in the Virginia? Is that there different type of authorized weapons that you would have on license for?
And when it comes to handgun, there's no limitation on handgun, I don't think. Unless I think there's like, unless it's automatic handguns like Glock 18s and the codes and stuff like that. And that's only thing for handgun. For rifle, it's based on the caliber of guns that you pick it. But they have a new lot come up now with braces and how much, yeah, it's a whole lot of story. But handguns, basically, you are clear with handguns.
How can you qualify to that for a gun?
How do you
How can you
qualify?
qualify to that for a gun?
Okay, so again, the same business that I talked about, we have a business that actually take you to the whole process of you doing our whole thing, how you do PNG. The PNG is a little costly, but the business that we do, it teaches you the same gun safety, going to go depth with it, to teach you how to carry the firearm in the purse and what to look for before you go to your car and stuff like that. So there's a whole get class and you go to the class and we do that. After we get the class, we take it to the range, you fire out a couple rounds, make sure you qualify, you sign out the paper, take it to the department.
Is there like a mental assessment?
No.
No? Like a psychological?
No. We don't have things like that.
So that kind of sounds like when you keep going on there.
No. But you see now, like me, if Tiba would come to my class, I would chase it. Because I
You
don't for him.
You know, but it's about person don't know.
Well, tell T-Well when you have
the class doesn't require a background check, however, if you the individual go to purchase a firearm, then a background check is conducted before they would give you a firearm.
So with the class, you don't need to actually go purchase a firearm?
The class, they would have firearms like D&J, but then you That doesn't mean, if you pass a class, that doesn't mean that you have to write it every number back. There's still steps to qualify to the department for having.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Like, when your application, you have to do a fingerprint.
Yeah.
There are one, you should.
Yeah, see, and all that stuff, yeah. Well, I mean, for the class purposes, you don't do that.
That's for the lives.
Yeah.
Who's authorized to carry?
Anybody has the right to carry for concealed carry, however, you have to go to the required process.
What's the age limit here to get on?
21.
21. 18 is the funds. We have to be the blood money going.
You said if you're police.
If you're funds.
So you can't join at 18. So you can't join at 18, right, for the one?
Oh, and then no, when I joined 18 to join, then I can do the fund.
Oh,
You guys see us.
And then when you make 21.
I know, I also police, I know you have to call it, not a CSO.
Community service officer.
oh, that's what it was. That's what I asked about. I keep seeing people say
What is
CSO, CSO. I'm like, what is
That
this?
is saying,
Yeah, because they were actually doing security guards, Lucy, and the one that went to like schools. So I'm like, I never heard of
So
CSO.
they're like fillers.
Yeah.
Crossing guard, they go crossing guard.
And they got vehicles too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I saw that.
Yes, sir, Thomas?
Concerning the paper spray.
Pepper.
Naturally, a bad dog, agape.
You spray it down. You go spray it down, yeah.
You go shoot a back?
You go shoot it down, yeah.
Let me pick how much of that.
But the spray works well. You don't have to, they won't overkill, spray works well for the dog and.
So they're gonna make it last more while?
Huh?
They're gonna make it last more
No,
while?
it just run out.
It gonna burn just like it burns us, and what we have seen is it burns the eyes, they close the eyes and they sneeze a lot, but they don't get any more by that.
You rub the face on it.
And if you don't have a pepper spray, a fire extinguisher works well with the dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, big guy, hold on.
In my case, with the chickens and so. Are you hearing my question? Can I stop the trend? Yeah.
For the dog skin your chicken?
Yeah.
You know what, like, protect the livestock.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you have to put that dog for the cow and
I always getting down attack, so I just want to make it the boss and
Or you spray it, use a fire extinguisher. Yeah. But you don't want to put a second protect again, police are there, so use a fire extinguisher or use pepper spray.
with a loud noise,
Yeah.
I just want to know in
You
case like that,
can't protect your
is
livestock.
that washing me or something like that.
Especially if it's something that you're using for like, some people are using the cow to make money to, sell and stuff, that they're definitely using. Let's go, Thomas.
Your phone today is recorded full of snakes.
We have two what?
Your phone today is
Snake,
recorded full of snakes.
Yeah.
Which department is a snake is around when should I call?
DPNR.
Yeah.
Department of Fire and Natural Resources.
Now, is there any spray to chase them away?
I don't know snake spray.
I'm not check.
One last question. Yes.
Where was the question for you? Arrest someone for
Bringing snakes. Bringing snakes.
Why you arrest all the people for the lime tree?
Okay, if you see something, say something, that's right.
Exactly.
We here, we don't know what.
All
Alright, thank everyone for coming. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for all the questions that you asked. We're always here. always here, you can always ask any questions you have about anything, self-defense, firearms, anything, we're here to help, okay? Don't ever be afraid to ask a question. Not any more questions now.
No, can you give us the information for your firearms?
Yes, we'll give it to you. So, Vern, I'll tell you what it might cost.
All right. There's already one of this, Susan come, there's not nothing else, Susan come. And Flo come, no, not Flo, let me get mine, come straight. You know, no.
Yeah, get up in the gigi, that's it.
That's all. But Stuart, you have to go outside, so you don't see what Susan doing. Let's go outside for 5 minutes. Let me just do this. Nothing hard. Okay, let me do you first, that's Susan go. Let's go outside. Let me get some. Okay, one of the things that we spoke about when you have is awareness. Because nothing works if you're not aware that there is even a threat around you. So, what we'll be doing, we have two presenters back and forth. He's going to explain everything he saw in life. He was calm, he was under observation. He spread mind. And let's see if he misses anything. Okay. Everything might happen. Let's go.
Okay.
As best as we can.
I have a big, bird. We have gray. He has brown big necklace, a gray shirt, a blue pants. I think he have blue socks, blue like toe socks. Here is Pablo. And then have blue shirt. Is that wrong? The police. Let's see what I think you have something. Yeah, that's no way. I think you have something on the time. I think that big thing.
Okay. What you say, anybody else? What was the color should be on the decision? Maroon?
No, but that happens though, where somebody at home is completely different.
Yeah. Anybody else, anything else that you notice on life?
Picture of long sleeve.
Okay, long sleeve. Selena?
He didn't finish.
He didn't?
Finish.
You want to play? Okay, that was very good. You still have a hand. 2 seconds. Go ahead.
2 seconds. Be the nosy neighbor. Be the nosy neighbor. I was telling my wife, we hear a car. Just keep in the window and see what kind of car it is. Try to get it neat. As a nosy neighbor, trust me, you ain't my neighborhood and I believe it.
Okay, thanks.
They have people time. I find it.
He's funny.
I know where he was. In my window.
Yeah.
I open the window.
Really?
Okay? It's okay to be nosy for anybody. Okay. Everybody know this mic was wearing a ring?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, a ring?
Yeah.
Anybody know this got an army shorts here?
No.
And another white stripe?
No.
And he has a scar behind his foot?
No.
And to the left, he has 2 more scars here?
I don't see his foot.
What color was the socks? You want what?
Black.
Yeah, give me that easy answer because I say black and white, you will get it, right?
The blue now.
Okay.
And the answer is.
Alright, that was good. So basically, it's just raising your awareness. There's like things that you wouldn't see. So as you go out there with this training, you'll become more aware of stuff. You'll be able to observe things in your house, in your children, in your spouse, and things you didn't know. Susie? I'm Susie.
So you can open. Those
No, she
come-
don't.
That would be easy. I should have given you my. I should have given you mine, but yours will be easy. I should have given you mine, but yours is easy. Describe Moses, observation, as much as you could remember from Moses.
Everything.
All black glasses, gray beard, dark hair. I couldn't see super well. Anything else? I think you have a black watch.
Yeah.
Tall, lean, kind of on the muscular side. Kind of long nose. That's me. I have a photogenic memory. So that's me. I tend to observe stuff. Okay. What people might not observe, I will observe. Okay. So you can, I go to like details, even sometimes tattoo on the skin, what jewelry they're wearing. Okay. So that's me. I'm observant. Okay. Thank you. Let's give Susie a hand. All right.
Get a blue pass.
A blue pass.
Yeah, they have a lot of topics.
How
It's
many
like a
pockets?
tactical
I
time.
don't know, why, I remember.
Yeah, you have a pocket.
You know, it was
So
like
it's,
at least like 1, 2, 3.
It may be 6 or 5.
Maybe like 8
We call him a southern wind, it's a special name for it.
Yeah, it's a packet.
I had a Velcro belt, like the one that you have your utility belt, that's in the color, right? The utility belt.
What's that?
And glasses have like a silver, I think you have like a, right, like a.
Lina,
Yeah.
Silver buckle.
Yeah, that's cool right there, it's silver.
It's on his neck. It's also on his neck.
See, yeah, the black.
Anybody has stood up there.
Yeah, I said that.
So now your eyes open more to see more, right?
No, well, yeah, I'll say that.
What packets you have?
I think about a lot.
But they did good though.
They did.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually use this?
We do.
That sucks.
That's a baton?
That hurts.
This is like,
Oh, that yellow shot?
How about the black one? I don't use that one no more like that.
no,
I think it's good to talk about
okay. Pantaloon button. So these close up.
See.
So this is how it is in the
That's
pouch.
$8 million.
No. This is how it is in the pouch. And then it's extended
Okay.
to this. And these are the ones that you detected use. So I'll have this in my pocket, and you won't know I have a button.
That one extends too?
So,
The baton is to hit the foot.
It can.
here are parts of the bodies that we're allowed to hit.
Oh.
Big muscle groups, arms, thighs, no knees, no ankles, we don't
No
do
head.
joints.
Big muscle.
Yeah, we don't do groin, definitely don't do head.
So you don't intentionally do it, if I move around, getting crazy, and I'm not in my head, that's all right.
Let's know you're talking about it.
That's
You
No,
understand?
don't intentionally hit you.
Yep.
Go ahead.
That's it. Anybody want to get some strikes in on the back or kicks or stuff, you can. Okay. That's it. Alright, kid. You gonna come and end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not yet, not yet.
Oh, okay. So let's go around. And thank you for Samantha for taking the initiative Thank you for that. Taking your time and seeing the need for church brewery.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. For seeing the need that, we're civilians or church reverend, and we're not as aggressive individuals. So learning that even if we do get in a situation where are at times that we know how to protect ourselves, our parents, whoever else is with us. So thank you so much for everyone for making this a huge success. And I pray that whenever we have our next activities for community outreach, then you'll also come out and support and learn something that will be beneficial to you and to your community.